Hello everyone, this is Carl SFP, Paddy Sim Kelly SFP, and today I'm going to show you guys how to do the baby glitch. Also have more than the normal Sims count in your town. I tried to give credits to the person who posted the video on YouTube, but I don't remember our user and I couldn't find her. I was going to ask her for permission to upload this video because I had so many people asking how I did it, but I couldn't find that, so I'm sorry about that. So we are going to start this. We're going to start this glitch. I'm going to put you guys through step by step. I'm going to show you how to have more than 10 sims in your in a building. So just know this game you have to do the glitch within 24 hours, and you're going to spend so many LPs and so many simoleons to do the glitch. Yes, because it's going to be a lot. So the first thing you do, you set down the amount of cribs you want in this slot. If you want 20 sims in this slot, you set down 20 cribs and then you bring your female sim over. If you want 30 sims, you set it down like that, and then you bring your just make sure you have all the old cribs set down before you start, because you're going to be adding the babies, and adding the baby is it is pretty simple, but you could make mistakes easily. It's so easy to make mistakes. I made mistakes, so I have to start all over, and this glitch only works within 24 hours. So the first thing we do is we bring Peggy Becky over. That's my female sims, and she is going to grow a baby bump. Yes, she's going to grow a baby bump. That costs 5 LPs, and then we are going to speed that up because we don't have time. We speed that up. It costs 143 LPs. That's what you have to do. You have to speed that up, and this is not just a one-time thing. It is a repeated action. So you speed that up, but you don't add the baby yet. You don't add the baby yet. You go to another crib. Let's use this one, and then you add baby. The last option, you add baby. It costs 50,000 simoleons. It costs 50,000 simoleons, and then you come back to this first crib here where you originally grew the bump, and then you add the baby to town. That is what you do. You add the baby to town. But don't worry, you are going to get rid of the babies and the moms along the line, because those are not the ones you need. You just need the babies to be added to the crib. So now you can see I don't have options to add any other baby because I already have the normal sim count. So you delete the baby so you can repeat the action again, because after deleting baby I have the options to do this process all over again, even though I already have a baby being added to the town. I hope you guys understand this. See, I still have the options to add one more person to town. So we do that again. We grow a baby bump. It costs 5 LPs. Okay, then we speed that up with 443 LPs, and then we go to another crib and make sure you have to make sure you speed that up before adding another baby, because if you don't speed up, it won't work. You add a baby. You see the third option, you have to add a baby while you already have your baby growing up on this first, and then you have your baby, so you can have your baby. Because if you don't speed that up, it won't give you the option to have the baby. You have to wait for the old stuff to complete. So you have to speed it up, but you don't add the baby yet until you have another baby being added to other cribs. I don't know if you guys, I hope you guys understand this logic. I hope it is easy enough to get, but don't worry, we still have a long way to go. And you notice when I add the babies, the other cribs just shows I can't add any more babies. But if I delete the baby, I still have the option to add more babies. You see, I still have the chance to have one more baby, even though I already have 2 babies being added to town already. So this process is a repeated process. You have to keep repeating it until the entire cribs are filled with babies cooking. Speed it up. Don't forget, you have to speed it up. You have to use your LPs. It's going to cost so many LPs. Once you speed that up, you go to other cribs and you add babies, just like that, and then you have your baby. It's just a very simple process. You grow a baby bump, you speed that up, you add a baby in another crib, and then you repeat the process again. And then you have to delete the baby, because if you don't delete the baby, you're not going to have the chance to add more babies. You have to delete the babies. That is it. You see 3 baby sims cooking. So I might have to pause this and then come back later. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I am aging this baby to an adult. He's a male baby sim, so I'm aging him to an adult. I made a mistake. It should have been a female. I'm aging him to an adult so he can also complete the process, because if you have one female sim adding the baby, if you're using one female sim to add babies, the babies are going to be related. They're all going to be siblings. They're going to have like 24 siblings, and that's not cool. I don't know, but if you want it, then it's fine. But if you don't want them to be related by blood, you have to use different sims, different female sims. So instead of adding female sims, you could just age one of the baby to a female adult. Like this one here, I'm going to age him to a female because I already deleted Preggy Becky, and this is Max Becky, Preggy Becky's son. So I'm going to make him a female so he can also grow a bump and then add other babies to town. So this whole stuff is just so they are not related by blood, so they are not siblings, so they can marry each other or be friends, or not just be one big family in one house. They could just be a bunch of people in one house. Yes, that is the point of this. So I'm just going to go ahead, and it doesn't matter. She doesn't have to be all classy or cute, because you're going to get rid of her eventually. So I just think she should just look cute for this. It's a one-time thing before she goes off. So hey guys, sorry, I had to speed that up. So this is Ali. This is another female sim entirely. I have added like so many babies already. You can see that I had to skip that. Sorry. It's the same thing. It's the same process. You just grow a baby bump, but just use different female sims. So they are not related by blood. So they are not siblings. They are just like separate people, babies being added to town, so they can have like friendly and romantic interactions with each other. Because if they are babies, if they are siblings, they are not going to have that option. So this is Albecky. She's also going to grow a baby bump. Remember, she grows a baby bump, and then we speed it up, and then we add another baby to town. Add another baby to town. Add baby. Add another baby to town. That costs 50 LP. And then we have a baby. Yes, we have a baby. So we have a female baby. So we can also use that to repeat the same process. I hope you guys understand this this whole ranting stuff that I've been doing. It's actually very boring for me. It is so boring, but I have to somehow find a way to get it done within 24 hours, because after 24 hours, it takes 24 hours for the babies to be added to town. And if they all get added to town all at once, you won't have the option to add them. You only have the option to add one of them. The rest just like they go away. So you have to do this ASAP, like add the amount of cribs you want in your town ASAP, and start adding the babies immediately. Yes, it's so before 24 hours, because after 24 hours everything is just a waste of time. A waste of time. Yes. So I'm going to show you guys this stuff one more time. This is Jane. I aged that to a female adult so she can also grow a baby bump, and I can add a different a own baby, so I can get rid of her. It's just for those who don't want the sims to be siblings. You don't want them to be siblings. This is what you have to do. But if you want all of them to be siblings, if you want all 50 sims to be siblings, if you want all 20 sims to be siblings, you want them to be one big siblings, sisters and brothers, then you don't have to worry. So, but if you don't want them to be siblings, this is what you have to go through. You have to go through this shit. You have to go through it. You always make sure you use a different female sims to add the babies. That way they are not related. They don't know each other from anywhere. So I'm just going to delete Jane, and then I'm going to age this baby to Susan. I'm going to age Susan to an adult so she can do the same thing, and then I make her grow a baby bump, and then I add a baby to Susan, and then I get rid of Susan too. But if you want like one, it's okay if one female sims have like maybe two babies. You use one female sim to add two babies, so they can be just. It's okay to have two or three siblings, related, but more than two, more than. I don't know about you guys, but it's just for me. You can have it any way you like, but this is just my own style. Split that up, and then you add a baby. You add a baby, and then you give birth. I think I might have to pause this and come back in a bit. Who's waking up to drive you home when you... Okay. I'm going to think. Okay, so you see, it's my options. I don't know if you guys notice this, but like once you have 42 sims, you can't work. This can't work. You must not have up to 42 sims. You must have at least one. You must have at least the option to add one more sims to your town before you do this trick. At least one or two more sims, but I think one is okay. I think it's okay to have just one. The option to have one more chance to add a single sim to your town, so that way you have tons. You could like do it. You could do tons without worrying about if your town is filled up or something. So she's going to grow a baby bump too. Speed that up, and then we add another baby. Add a baby, and then we have a baby. Have a baby with the first creep. Push. Okay, guys. So I had to skip that up. I'm done, and I want to show you guys how the outcome. I have 41 sims and I have the old babies being added to town. You can see them, they're all cooking. Now remember, if all this like they get finished, you don't add them within 24 hours. I mean before 24 hours, they are all going to show that it's time to add all of them. I'm going to show you that at the end of this video. But see, they're all still cooking. So you have when you are done doing this in all the houses you want to have the babies, because I'm only showing you this with just one house, but if you wanted to have 30 sims in one lot, 20 sims in one lot, 50 sims in one lot, this is what you have to do. It's the same process, it's the same thing. So the what was I going to say? Okay, so the last part of this trick is adding the babies. The last part is adding the babies, and I mean, as at that time, because it's going to take forever. I don't know how many sims you intend to have, but just make sure you do this stuff quickly before 24 hours. Yes, before 24 hours. So what we're going to do now, we're going to add the babies one at a time. We're going to add them one at a time. Speed that up, and then we add a baby. And you don't have to worry about their DNA or whatnot. You can just change that later, but because of time, I'm just going to add Daniel like that. I can change that as time goes on. So it's been added, and I can still add my other babies, even though I have 42 sims already, and my town was already full. But you see, my town is full. I have 42 sims already, but I can still add the other babies in this. Yes, so if I had done this in my other lots, my other buildings, if I had this same process done in other, I would still be able to add them. I'll still have the chance to add them, even though my town is full already. So I'm just going to add this baby too, like that, so we can see. I'm going to have 43 sims, and then I'm going to have 44 sims, and then on and on it goes. So sorry guys, but I'm having yes, so you see, now I have 43 sims, and I can still add the rest of the babies. just speed that up and add them. That's the trick to that. Adding the babies is the last part of it. So now I've added all of them, and I want to show you this last trick. I told you have to do the old stuff within 24 hours. So let's assume we didn't do it before 24 within 24 hours, and then it's already more than the time is already more than 24 hours. You know, if the time is more than 24 hours, you have these 4 remaining cribs will be blinking green like this. So we are just going to pretend as if 24 hours is over. Once the old crib shows like this, you can only add 1 baby. If the old crib grows like this, if you add 1 baby, you can add the rest of the babies after 24 hours. Because after 24 hours, the old stuff goes green like that. That's the babies are done. They are ready to be added to town. But when you click on one of the crib, the rest of the crib, they are empty, and then you don't have the option to add them anymore. So that's why I say you have to do this before 24. Okay, you can see there goes the 3 sims. You see it was blinking green before, but now I can't add them. That's because as at that time it was already the time was more than 24 hours. So if you want to have more than the normal sims count, make sure you do this trick within 24 hours, not a minute after. So thank you for watching, and oh, hold on, I have to show you this. Okay, so I have 63 sims now. Remember I had 41 sims when I started, but now I have 63, and that's because I only did the baby glitch in this slot. So imagine if I had done this in other lots, I'll probably have like 300. And because I use different female sims, they are not related. None of them are related. They don't know each other. They are all just babies. You know, once they grow up, they can be friends, they can be boyfriends, they can be girlfriends, but if I had used one female sim to add the babies, then they're all going to be siblings. They're all going to know each other. They're all going to be acquaintances, and they're going to be siblings. Because I use different female sims, I am able to break that relationship. So they don't know each other, and there you have it. This is how you have more than 10 sims in the house because of the baby glitch, and that's 23 sims. So